The House will come to order. This morning, the pledge will be said by Monica Cordero from Arupe Jesuit High School.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and
Justice for all. Mr. Randall, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt, Baisley, Benavides. Bird. Bachenfeld. Buck. Buckner. Wentale. Caravale. Carver. Catlin. Coleman. Cutter. Cutter. Excused. Duran. Escar. Good morning. Exum. Froelich. Garnett. Geithner. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Representative Cutter is present. Gray. Herod. Holtorf. Holtorf. Putin. Humphrey. Humphrey. Jackson. Jackson. Excused. Marquez Lewis. Kennedy. Kennedy. Excused. Kip. Kraft-Tharp.
She's here, but
Kraft-Tharp.
hey, how you doing?
Excused. Landgraf. Larson. Liston. Lontine. McCluskey. McKean. McLaughlin. Melton. Melton. Excused. Representative Melton is present. Michelson Janae. Mollica. Neville. Pelton. Ransom. Rich. Roberts. Sane. Sandridge. Singer. Sirota. Snyder. Soper. Soper. Sullivan. Tipper. Tatone. A. Valdez. Valdez. Oh. Valdez D. Representative Jackson is present. Representative Kennedy is present. Van Winkle. Van Winkle. Weissman. Will. Williams. Wilson. Young. Madam Speaker.
It's just Kraft-Tharp, unless you saw her.
With 62 present, 1 excused, and 2 vacant, we have a quorum. Representative Alex Valdez.
Madam Speaker, I move that the Journal of Tuesday, January 28th, 2020 be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Members, you've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor say, all those opposed say no.
Good morning, Connor. I'm Ms. Pratt.
The motion passes. Announcements and introductions. No announcements or introductions. Awesome. Representative McCluskey, then Michelson Janae, then Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is such an honor to serve with you. Hopefully she heard that. It is my delight and privilege to welcome our Colorado Community College System board members, chancellor, presidents, and students here today. I would ask them all to stand. With us today, we have board member Hannah Scandera, Lisa Gallegos, Emmanuel Walker, and our former lieutenant governor, now chancellor, Joe Garcia.
Thank you for joining us today. Representative McCluskey.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to highlight the tremendous contribution that our community colleges make in this state. They are the largest system of higher education. They reach rural communities, urban communities in ways that other institutions of higher education do not. They create pathways of affordability and accessibility for students who are just graduating high school and students who are older and coming back into the workforce looking for new skills. We are particularly proud of our community colleges for the way they incubate innovation when it comes to open educational resources, creating more opportunities for concurrent enrollment with our K-12 section of public education.
Members, it's really loud in here, and Representative McCluskey is trying to have your attention, so could you all please be quiet?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Finally, it is our community colleges that really create that welcoming and open door, inclusive environment so that every student, all students, regardless of background, race, financial ability, can earn a college degree. And they're helping us make sure that our workforce achieves that goal of 66% college credential by the year 2025. Thank you all for your celebration today with me and our community colleges.
Representative McKean.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I'm jumping in line because I really want to echo that. I have 2 kids in community college right now. And the reason I have 2 kids in community college, because they will tell you I am cheap. I am cheap, but what they really found out was in concurrent enrollment, in starting that process in high school and then continuing it on through these first few years in college, they are remarkably better prepared to go to a 4-year institution if they want to. They are remarkably better prepared to enter the workforce if they want to. I could not do that without you. And that's from a father's heart to you. I could not do that without you. Thank you very, very much.
Representative Michelson Janae.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I have a tribute this morning. I am not going to read it at length, but I would like to ask for your attention because it's a very important tribute. Today we are recognizing the Rocky Mountain chapter of American Association of Radon Scientists and Technologists. And you might be thinking, hey, radon, like what's the deal? Well, the deal is it could kill you if you aren't aware of it. And so especially in Colorado, in some of our areas where we represent, radon is a real possibility. So we have to thank the RMAARST for making sure that our homes are safe and that we know what radon is, how to detect it, and how to keep our children and our families safe. So members, please welcome Terry Kerwin, Crystal Lytle, and Jill Newton standing in the back, who are keeping our families and our communities safe. Thank you.
Representative Cutter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you. We have a tribute that we'd like to be read at length, please.
The House of Representatives convened the 72nd General Assembly hereby extends sincere commendations to the Colorado Press Corps. Media is the cornerstone of democracy. The British government was attempting to prevent newspapers from publishing stories and opinion pieces unfavorable to them before the colonies declared their independence. The Founding Fathers considered freedom of the press to be critical. In the words of James Madison, it is one of the great bulwarks of liberty. The first state to protect the right of the press, Virginia, stated in their Declaration of Rights, the freedom of the press is one of the greatest bulwarks of liberty and can never be restrained but by despotic governments. The First Amendment, which protects freedom of the press, was adopted on December 15th of 1791 as part of the Bill of Rights. Members of the news media hold accountable elected officials and others in power and often put themselves in harm's way to cover stories that expose corruption and save lives. The Jungle, the Pentagon Papers, Watergate, the Catholic sex abuse scandal, and the Panama Papers are all examples of the news media shining a light in dark places. 1,400 small-town papers have closed their doors in the last 15 years. These communities have no one to ask hard questions and hold government in check. Professional journalists hold themselves accountable to a code of ethics in uncovering and reporting the news. The preponderance of media outlets publish and enforce editorial guidelines and employ editorial filters to ensure factuality, credibility, and neutrality. News literacy is understanding the difference between fact and opinion and how to identify fact-based media and use critical thinking skills in evaluating information. The members of the Colorado House of Representatives are hereby proud to recognize the importance of a free and an open press, not only here in the Centennial State, but across the nation and abroad. On request of Representatives Lisa Cutter and Barbara McLaughlin, given this 29th day of January 2020, State Capitol in Denver.
Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I earned a journalism degree from Colorado State University. It was a few years ago. And I spent several years as a reporter. I loved a job that satisfied my curiosity about the world, helped me help others, and made me a part of the community. I enjoyed looking at all sides of an issue, interviewing the both very important and sometimes unseen people making the news. My journalism experience was expanded at Durango High School, where I advised the student newspaper for 20 years. I still hear from students who learned the art of critical thinking, writing unbiased stories, asking questions, asking more questions, and writing short, concise, and accurate articles. They practice something they learned in journalism every single day of their lives. Thank you, friends in the media, for asking the hard questions, showing the truth, and being our needed watchdogs. We have some hats for you if you'd like to put those on today to celebrate the meeting.
Representative Cutter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Our decisions, whether they concern which products to buy, which ballot measure to support, or which candidate to vote for, are only as good as the information we use and have available to inform these decisions. The role of the media in shining light in the dark places and holding those in power accountable has been a foundational pillar of American democracy since the dawn of our republic. But we don't have to go back as far as the 18th century to understand the importance of a free and robust press. Dedicated journalists all over the world shine a light on consequential issues that can change and even save lives. Here in Colorado, the media, many of whom are present with us today, have mourned with us and they have celebrated with us. They have documented floods, fires, scandals, corruptions, tragedies, and triumphs, too numerous to name. As Thomas Jefferson said, the only security of us all is in a free press. So please join me and Barbara and Representative McLaughlin in welcoming and acknowledging the journalists who have joined us here today in honor of News Literacy Week. Thank you all for your work.
Put your hat on.
Yeah.
Representative Esgar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And as a former television news producer who also got her mass communications journalism degree from CSU Pueblo, although it was USC at the time, I want to thank you all for bringing this tribute forward and thank those journalists who strive every single day to make sure that the truth is being sought out and the facts are being relayed. I know how hard it is, especially this day and age, when everybody questions the integrity of so many amazing journalists. Thank you for those of you who truly take what journalism was intended to be and follow that rule of thumb every day. We are a better society for it. Thank you.
Okay. Representatives Ransom and Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I want to thank also the news media, but also the Colorado colleges that are here today. And we want to present and welcome everyone to the Aerospace and Defense Caucus Lunch, January 30th. Please RSVP because Colorado aerospace industry is leading in the nation right here in Colorado.
Representative Ransom.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. All right, y'all have a flyer on your desk that talks about the lunch. This will be across the street tomorrow at noon, and we really do appreciate RSVPs, that we want to make sure that we have enough lunches for you. And by the way, staff can come too. You can bring your aides to this one. There's a lot of good information given, but please do RSVP, especially if you're bringing 2 people, so that we can make sure that there's enough lunches. So anyway, we hope to see you there tomorrow at noon.
Thank you.
Representative Larson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted to recognize the members of the Jefferson County School Board and the superintendent of Jeffco Public Schools that are here today. Looks like they may have made an error and decided to go look at the Senate. But they are here in the building, so do say hi if you do see them. So,
Representative Holtorf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to also congratulate all of our Colorado college system presidents, chancellors, and other important people that run those great college and junior college institutions. I have 5 daughters, many of you know this, and 3 of my daughters are products of the junior college system, and I'm very proud of their success in the medical field, in ultrasound technology, and in nursing, and it all starts at the junior college level. I want to reach out to all of the individuals that came here today for your legislative day. I met last night, and I'm a pro-business legislator. I want to make no mistake about it. If you want jobs for your citizens, if you want people to be unemployed, if you want people to work and become successful citizens, there's no better place than the job market to enter. And our job community, our employment community needs workers. Last night I was at an event. I talked to the Associated General Contractors, President Michael Gifford. I talked to American Council of Engineering Companies of Colorado, Marlene Reamer. I talked to the Independent Electrical Contractors of Rocky Mountain, Marlene Stansberry. These industries in our state need the junior college to get behind them, to develop curricula and careers for people to enter our workforce in 2 years. It is huge. They need people that have skills, tradecraft skills. We have sold away in our country because everyone is trying to get the almighty bachelor's degree or master's degree. And I understand the importance of that better than anybody, but I will tell you that America was made great by our tradescrafts and our tradescraft skilled tradesmen. And they have a need that I'm going to ask at your luncheon today, ladies and gentlemen, to fill. And I have a plan for that for you if you'll give me a little bit of your time. Because I've spoken with these individuals in length, and we have a plan that I want to present to you to help meet their needs. And I think that's legislation at work, and this great body is going to help you help our industries to create workers that'll make this country be the greatest country in the world. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Representative Will.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you.
I just want to come out and give a shout out to junior colleges to you. I'm a product of that, and I'll give a shout out to Colorado Mountain College over in my district. I started there right out of high school before I moved on to CSU and get a wildlife degree. But I can tell you, both my daughter and my son took advantage of the junior colleges as well in their continuing education. So, thank you, very much appreciated.
Representative Gray.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Transportation and Local Government Committee, we will be meeting today at 1:30 p.m. to hear 3 bills, again, still across the street in LSB. House Bill 1035 with Rep. Singer, House Bill 1071 with Reps. Duran and Exum, and House Bill 1077 with Representative Rich. Thanks, see you there.
Representative Liston.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I spoke to the majority leader and the minority leader, and I got their approval to be excused on Monday, February 3rd. Thank you.
Representative Weissman.
Thank you and good morning, Madam Speaker. Two things. One, I will just add my voice of appreciation for the work that our community colleges do. I represent the Community College of Aurora in District 36, and they work particularly closely with Aurora Public Schools through the concurrent enrollment programs. So they host a variety of students, high school and beyond, and we are grateful for the work that they do and other community colleges do. Also, I wanted to give one more reminder for the Our Courts Colorado program that you've heard me talk about. This is today in OSCC, the old Supreme Court chamber, which if you have not seen it, remodeled since last summer, is quite wonderful. This will be a presentation about the functioning of our judicial system by Justice Gabriel. I just got an update from court staff. There is plenty of room left, so please join us. Again, please pass word to your aides, interns, and volunteers who may be interested. Thank you.
Representative Krafthardt.
Thank you. Business Affairs and Labor Committee, we will be in the Old State Library at 1:30 for the Joint Business Affairs and Labor Committee meeting, in which we'll be hearing from the Joint Budget Committee. And upon adjournment, we will be meeting in the Old State Affairs Committee for 2 SMART hearings, Motorcycle Operator Safety Training and Fantasy Contest Act. Thank you.
Any other announcements or introductions? That brings us to third reading of bills, final passage. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1023. Members, we're going to be voting, so please take your seats.
House Bill 1023 by Representatives Kraft-Tharp and Van Winkle, also Senators Williams and Tate, concerning certain address database systems used for sales and tax use collection.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1023 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1023 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Representative Snyder. Representative Snyder, as our first fine. I know, and because of your injury, I'm going to drop the price. Only $1. Please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1023 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1056.
House Bill 1056 by Representatives Landgraf and Duran, all Senators Crowder and Hill, concerning the non-substantive reorganization of the Dental Practice Act.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1056 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1056 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Benavidez. Please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1056 is passed. Co-sponsors. Wow. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1009.
House Bill 1009 by Representative Jackson, House Senator Winter, concerning suppressing court records of eviction proceedings.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1009 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1009 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members please vote. Please close the machine. With 44 aye votes, 19 no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1009 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1052.
House Bill 1052 by Representatives Carver and Singer, House Senators Gardner and Lee, concerning restrictions on making public the personal information of certain employees at risk of threats relating to the administration of human services programs.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1052 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1052 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members please vote. Please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1052 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1037.
House Bill 1037 by Representative Arnold, Senator Quorum, concerning the Colorado Water Conservation Board's authority to augment stream flows with acquired water rights that have been previously decreed for augmentation use.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1037 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1037 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members please vote. Humphrey, please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1037 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1067.
House Bill 1067 by Representatives Robertson, Willis, Senators Story and Fields, concerning the management of real estate held by certain junior college districts.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1067 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1067 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members please vote. Catlin and Ransom. Please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1067 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1132.
House Bill 1132 by Representative Lontine, also Senator Fenberg, concerning county reimbursements for election supplies from the Local Elections Assistance Cash Fund.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1132 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1132 on third reading and final passage. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Randall, please open the machine and members, please vote. Hootin'! Oh, so fun. Please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no no votes, and 2 vacant, House Bill 1132 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. So we are done with third readings. That brings us back to announcements and introductions. I'm going to quickly read reports of committees of reference.
Committee on Business Affairs and Labor. After consideration of the merits of the committee was following House Bill 1055 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on favor recommendation. Committee on Education. After consideration of the merits of the committee was following House Bill 1002 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations favor recommendation. Committee on Education. After consideration of the merits of the committee was following House Bill 1007 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations favor recommendation. House Bill 1015 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations favor recommendation. House Bill 1032 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations favor recommendation. House Bill 1108 be referred to the committee hold favor recommendation. Committee on Judiciary. After consideration of the merits of the committee was following House Bill 1014 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee hold favor recommendation. House Bill 1019 be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations favor recommendation. House Bill 1107 be referred to the committee on appropriations. House Bill 1130 be referred to the committee be amended as follows. Now somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations with favor recommendation. Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration of the merits of the committee was following House Bill 1153 be amended as follows. And as somebody be referred to the committee on appropriations favor recommendation.
Representative Dominique Jackson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to request that Representative Perry Buck get front and center. Capitol Choir, come on down.
All right, doing some here.
Yeah. You're now part of the choir?
Well, with a last name like Singer?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'm just a singer in the choir.
Yeah.
Representative Buck, come on. All right, choir, are we ready?
Yeah, we were born ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Representative Buck. Happy birthday to you. Good morning, Dad.
Representative Soper.
Merci, Madam Speaker. So, members, I'd like to recognize a constituent who came over from Delta. She's been recognized as the Volunteer of the Year in Delta by some of the high school kids. So I just want to welcome her to the House floor. Thank you.
Representatives Singer and the two of you together. Sonia Huckes Lewis.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's an honor to serve with you. I wanted to recognize the Regents School of Nurse Practitioners. They are training to serve rural and underserved communities. I believe they're in the gallery, so we need more nurse practitioners. Everyone, if you would, please give them a hand.
Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Speaking of nurse practitioners, the Public Healthcare and Human Services Committee will be meeting at 10 a.m. today in room 112. So House Bill 1100 will not be heard, but we will be hearing the sunset review for occupational therapists, House Bill 1038, House Bill 1012, and House Bill 1041. So be there, 10 a.m. And just a quick announcement, if you are not there, I will be a person of my word. You will be marked absent unless you have not spoken to, or unless you have spoken to your ranking member or myself.
Representative Lundin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Don't forget, members of the Health and Insurance Committee, we are meeting this afternoon, 1:30, in room 112. We are hearing House Bills 1078, 1086, 1103. I'm not sure if I want to institute the absentee policy that Representative Singer has, but I'm certainly considering it, so please be on time so I don't have to do that. Thank you.
Representative Landgraf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This is really important. We're talking about health. Friday, the Colorado Association of Naturopathic Doctors will be providing a light breakfast in front of the old Supreme Court from 7:45 to 8:45. Try to be there, get some healthy breakfast.
Any other announcements or introductions? Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will be in recess till later today.